ecowater are the largest manufacturer of water softeners worldwide and have been manufacturing softeners for the last 80 years. With over 2 million water softeners installed in homes across the world, ecowater have earned the reputation in the business of having the household brand in water softening. The first thing you'll notice about the ecowater range of softeners is the sleek, avant-garde, modern design. They look great in your home. Now, not just do they look better than all the rest, they perform better than all the rest, and they come with the best warranties in the business. Not just a pretty face, ecowater softeners are packed with leading-edge, smart digital technology. This technology is what makes the ecowater softener very economical to run. It makes them the most economical softener in the marketplace and therefore offering the best value for money. Because ecowater manufacture all of their own parts, they have quality control over all components of the water softener. Rare in the water treatment business, an ecowater system arrives to us fully assembled in the box, just like your washing machine, fully tested, fully certified to all the safety and quality standards, and with the guarantee direct from the manufacturer. Complete systems, finished products like the ecowater range of water softeners here that we see in the box are very rare in the water treatment business. Most water softeners are assembled, and basically what that means is that a local company have sourced many different parts from all over the world and assembled a finished unit themselves. That's not to say that they don't work. In fact, they do work. The only real issue with them is when it comes to claiming on your warranty. There has been no single manufacturer of the unit. So what that means for the customer is that you're very dependent on the company who assembled them and fitted them to stand over that warranty. That's why we recommend the ecowater unit. With a company who's been manufacturing water softeners for over 80 years, we recommend you do the job once, you do it right. We recommend you install a quality ecowater softener. There are four main parts to the water softener. We have the resin tank here. Inside the resin tank we actually have the resin, which is what takes the lime out of the water. We have the third part here, which is the brine system, the cleaning part of the system. And the fourth part, if we just turn the system around here, is the valve. The valve is the most important part of the system, a little bit like the engine of the car, and this is what controls the whole softener. This is the ecowater valve. We've just basically disassembled one from a system just for display purposes, so you can see the quality of every single component of the valve. And when we've done that, we're just going to show you some of our competitors' units so you can see the difference in quality of the ecowater brand and why it's better value for money. Very simply, you can see the ecowater valve is made of very few parts. In fact, it's got 50% less parts than most of the softeners in the marketplace. That means it's cheaper to run and salt and service. You can see that the unit is made from very high quality plastic parts and a Teflon rotary disc valve. That means there's no metal parts inside the valve to come in contact with water. That's important because that ensures there's no lead left in your drinking water supply. So having looked at the ecowater valve, let's now move on and show you some of our competitors' brands. You can see straight away that the quality of the plastic is nowhere near as good of the quality as the ecowater disc valve that we've just presented to you. Not only that, but you can see that there are at least 50% more parts, if not more. You can also clearly see that some of these are metal parts. It's important that metal doesn't come in contact with your water. With all the extra parts in another competitor's valve, basically that means for the end user there are more things to go wrong, there is more service required on the unit, and ultimately that means more costs for the customer. So if we have a look at another competitor brand, although it looks like a very simple design, the real issue with this particular valve is that during the regeneration process, when the system goes to clean itself out in the middle of the night, this system actually shuts off water to your house. Maybe only for a few minutes during the cycle, but at the same time we all need water in our house 24/7, so it's very important to make sure that whatever system you choose, it doesn't interrupt the water supply to your home. So now we'd just like to quickly show you the digital technology that's built into the ecowater softener and what makes it so efficient. The most important part here is that this is a proportional brining system, and put in simple terms what that means is the system will only clean itself out when it needs to based on your water needs. There's a water meter built into this machine that will record the daily water usage in your home. There's also another option to program in the hardness level of your water. So when the engineer arrives on site to install your system, he'll test your water and determine exactly how much hardness is in your water. He will then program that into the machine. The software within the machine will use your average water usage and the hardness level of your water to decide when the system needs to clean itself out. That's so important because how often your system cleans itself out will determine how much it costs you in salt and water to run. So having a system like this that only cleans itself out when it needs to is going to be more efficient to run and save you on salt and water. Unlike some of the basic systems that we see here, some with no technology and some with very basic technology. Ultimately, at the end of the day, they're going to cost more on salt and water because they don't understand the water usage or your hardness level. And that's why it's important to have a system with some technology built in that's going to ensure that it's economical to run. The second part of the water softener is the resin tank. The ecowater resin tank is made from 3 miles of exterior reinforced fiberglass, guaranteed that it will never leak, burst or corrode. If we look at some of the competitors' units, which are non-structural tanks, and although they appear safe, here's an example of one installed in a home that actually did leak and burst after only 2 years. The reason for this is that cheaper quality materials are used, less than 50% of the materials than in the ecowater unit, and not just less, but cheaper raw materials, which means the quality is far from the quality of the ecowater softener, which is why the ecowater softener will last a lifetime in your home. The third part of the water softener is the resin, and this is what it looks like. So inside each of these resin tanks, there should be a certain amount of resin for each of these water softeners designed for each household size. It's very important to ensure that your water softener has a good quality grade resin because there are many different types available in the marketplace today. A good quality blend of resin like the ecowater US FDA will ensure that 100% of the lime is removed from your water with very low salt consumption, and that's very important to make sure that your softener is economical to run. And many of the other water systems that we find in the marketplace today, companies have decided to opt for very cheap blends of resin. Unfortunately, they don't remove 100% of the lime from the water, and they don't last very, very long. That means possibly a resin change in some years to come, which can be very expensive. So it's very important to make sure whatever system you choose, that you ensure it has a good quality blend of resin to ensure that it saves you salt and money over the years of service to you. So here we have the fourth part of the system, the brine system, which is basically the cleaning process of the water softener. So we have 2 different types of brine systems here. One is the ecowater and one is from a competitor's valve. You can see how basic the competitor's valve is compared to this robust design here in the ecowater brine system. The ecowater brine system is made from non-corrosive material with double safety shut-off valves, and this is important to ensure that there's no overflowing and also to ensure that your resin is cleaned properly. This is the part of the system that is going to make sure that the lime that's been collected within your resin is cleaned 100%. And it's important to have a good quality brine system to make sure that the cleaning process of the resin happens in a very efficient way, ensuring that it's cleaned 100% firstly, and secondly that it's very economical on salt. So having looked at the different parts of the ecowater system today and why the quality of the parts are superior to other brands that are in the marketplace, let's just finish by having a quick look at the quality of even the plastic on the ecowater tank compared to some of the other water softener tanks that are in the marketplace. If we take a quick look here at both of these cabinets, this is the ecowater cabinet, and you can see from the plastic clearly that it's at least 10 times thicker than the plastic on a competitor's brand. The plastic on the ecowater unit is made from a unique polyethylene high-grade plastic that ensures that it will never leak, burst or corrode in your home. And this is just another example of how far superior the quality of all the components of the ecowater machine are. Most of the important parts of the machine being that ultimately they lead to lower running costs for your system, which is the most important consideration when buying a water softener. With the quality water softener installed in your home, you can be sure and guaranteed that you will make savings in excess of €500. That's every year, year after year in your home. So it's wise to invest a little more in a good quality system that's going to guarantee those savings. That's why most people choose the ecowater softener.
Hi, my name is Stephen and I'm living here in this house in Enfield for the past 6 years. And shortly after I moved in, I noticed the water very, very hard. So I had a system installed by the water treatment centre, of which I cannot say enough about. In saying that, I also had other quotes from different companies, and whereas the water treatment centre wasn't the cheapest, but in the long term they have been the best.